Welcome back to another episode of PNN. I'm your host, Yesenia Martinez.
And I'm Valerie Elisi.
If anyone's interested, Menlo Park is having an Easter Bunny Mash all day on Saturday, April 6th. This event is guaranteed a great time. Don't miss it. The Plainfield Library will present movies the first and third Tuesday of each month starting at 1 p.m. It's free for everyone. Now let's see how the weather's looking with Yaneli.
Hi, I'm Yaneli Rosales with the weather report for this week. Monday's forecast today in Plainfield, it is mostly sunny with a high of 50 degrees. Tonight, the low will be at 35 degrees. Now we look at our regional map. Sunny all throughout upper New Jersey. Lincoln Park is at 49 degrees, Middlesex County at 48 degrees, Flemington at 53 degrees, and Plainfield at 50 degrees. Now a look at our 7-day forecast. Enjoy your week. Now back to Valerie and Yesenia with more.
On Saturday, April 6th, there will be a movie started at 1 p.m. about the Muslim movement in Black America on 525 East Front Street. The admission is $20. There's a Women's History Month Film Fest at Scotch Plains Library on Monday, April 1st. You know we love free things. Now, for the highlights of this week.
Here at Pause, the Theater Studio presented a Shakespearean showcase on March 21st. The students presented sonnets, soliloquies, and scenes. Make sure to give them a round of applause when you see them in the hallways.
Good morning. I'm really happy to be here at Pause. I want to thank Principal Bento and all the staff and faculty here at Pause. I went to an arts high school as well.
On Monday, March 25th, Pause hosted Union County freeholder Rebecca Williams in a school-wide assembly. She discussed about Women's History Month and took some questions from students. We were able to talk to her about financial and society issues.
I think challenges are always with our budget. We want to make sure that our constituents have an elevated quality of life without having a negative impact in terms of taxes. We do have to raise taxes, use taxes for the services that we provide, social services, to keep our roads going, parks, etc. But what we try to do is we try to at least level off and stabilize taxes so that the hit on the average constituent is not, too much. And we've been able to maintain this year. You will see we stay below what's called the 2% cap, meaning that the taxes will not be raised beyond that. And some of that has to do with ensuring that we are meeting our obligations in terms of collective bargaining with a variety of unions. But we've been able to save, and we're hoping we can save even more. Well, I think that even though, as we talked earlier, there are equal rights, etc., one thing my mother used to say is that it's difficult, and she got this from other civil rights workers, it's difficult to legislate morality. Now, we do legislate morality. We say, you cannot discriminate against someone because of their gender, because of their, gender identity, etc. And that's de jure, meaning by law. But de facto, meaning just by the fact that we still see historical inequality, right? There is still discrimination. The obstacles that I faced were not so much being a woman, except sometimes hearing a colleague call me sweetie or honey. You don't hear men call each other honey or sweetie. But also I have faced homophobia because of my sexual orientation. And I've fought against that. And, one time when I was called out publicly at a public meeting, someone made comments. It was recorded by the newspaper, and I think that sort of ended it. But you still see it more in subtle, microaggressive ways, certain comments that people make. But I think the best thing you can do in that situation is to call it out loudly and call it out immediately, because it's no longer, these are not the values that we as a society have said that we like and that we appreciate. So if you call it out and speak it out, I think that more and more we see that those folks who want to be sexist, who want to be homophobic, who want to be racist, they see that that is not the society that we want to have, and they keep quiet. They may still have those same views, but they won't, pollute our world with them, ideally.
Tutoring is still every Tuesday and Thursday from 4 to 5 p.m. There'll be a bus to take you home.
If you have Saturday Institute, it's from 9 to 12 p.m. Make sure you have your uniform on and you get there on time.
Now let's check out this week's episode of Between the Walls and the Halls with Valentine.
Welcome back to another segment of Between the Walls in the Halls. Today we're going to be asking people what their favorite 8th grade moment was. Hey Juliet, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What's your best 8th grade memory?
Well, okay, I was watching this video.
What's your best 8th grade memory?
Best 8th grade memory. Well, I recall, I think my first year I was teaching here in 8th grade. We had some students at the end of the year who threw some stuff on the floor, and they had to clean up their mess, and had all the other students intentionally throw stuff on the floor. So now they had to clean up a bigger mess.
And I'm here with Hi Jonathan. Can I ask you a question?
What?
What's your best 8th grade moment?
When I fell in the hallway and everybody was like, and my pants fell back.
I want to ask you guys a question.
Get out!
Hello, Miss Guest.
Hello.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What's your best 8th grade memory?
From what I remember in 8th grade, I had a really, really good English teacher. His name was Mr. Keller, and he always did a lot of really creative projects with us. And I remember us doing this one video in his course where we were writing our own scripts, producing our own show, and I'm heavily involved with music and in theater, so that kind of set a foundation for me for the rest of my life at an early age of getting involved with creative projects like that. And he really inspired me.
And I'm here with... Hi Michael, can I ask you a question? What is your best 8th grade memory?
It was when I found cardboard in my lunch. It was like in my sandwich, and there was like some and I went to the lady, the cash register. She said, "I don't know what to tell you." And I didn't get my money back.
What's your best 8th grade memory?
My best 8th grade memory is probably the dance.
Why?
Why?
Because that was the only fun thing that we did that year. 8th grade, it was alright for me. But the dance, like, everybody connected with each other because, like, it was dancing, all having fun. You feel me?
So, did you get a girl?
Hey, we'll talk about that.
This has been another episode of Between the Walls in the Halls. We'll see you next time.
This has been another episode of PNN. If you have any news, stories, suggestions, or announcements that you would like to make, please email us at pawcproduction@gmail.com.
Make sure any announcements arrive by Tuesday morning. Thank you and have a great day.